Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This tutorial is something quite a bit different to what I've usually done. I've not had a request for this, I just thought one day, why not? It's meant to be the subliminal creature in the movie The Exorcist. So, I mean, about 7 times or 8 times throughout the movie, you see this flashing face throughout the Exorcist movie, and it's very creepy, and I don't know, I think it deserves a makeup tutorial. Why not? So if you'd like to see how to recreate this look, stay tuned. So to get things started, I'm going to start by blocking out my eyebrows, as I always do. So I'll pop a link here to a tutorial I've done in the past to teach you guys how to block them out, just so I can save quite a bit of time up in this video. You don't really have to block them out, I suppose. You could do it with shading, but I love using liquid latex and tissue, so I'm going to do that method to make my brow some tiny bit more angry and a bit more raised, and yeah, I don't really want to tear my eyebrows out in the process, so that's why I'm going to block them out first. So yeah, I'm going to block them out and get back to you. Okay, so once my eyebrows are all glued down and they're flat, I can take some liquid latex and a sponge, and I can dab that over my eyebrows and half my forehead just to build up a good base. So I'm going to do that for about 2 coats. There we go, so that's about 3 coats now. I've just applied the 4th coat. So now I'm going to take some regular tissue paper, which I've torn in 2, so I've got the thinner halves. So then I can just work with tiny little strips like that. And the idea is, once I've just applied 1 coat, I can just press the tissue down over the top of the latex, pull away the excess, and then I can saturate the top half with liquid latex again, just to set it in place. So once you've coated the whole area with a layer of tissue, just let that dry, and then we can go in and apply a few more coats. I'm probably going to go in for probably about 7 coats in all, and just make sure to make the areas here thinner and the areas around the edge thinner, because you want them to be a very furrowed, angry brow, so the heavier parts need to be here. So basically work in a V shape, making the whole V area here thicker. Yep. So eventually, after about 7 coats, you'll start getting a very furrowed brow like this. So as I said, I've gone in a very V shape, so it's thickest here and outwards. The rest of this is probably about 5, then 4 layers, just to taper off into the skin. Yeah. So now I've done that, I can work on the foundation. So the foundation I'm going to be using is going to be my Snazaroo Clown White. I'm going to use this because it needs to be it's very, very white. It's very theatrical white. Look, I mean, granted, you only see it a couple of seconds, but I suppose it's got to be that white so you see it flash in the corner of the screen, I guess. So, yes, I'm going to do a coat of that all over my face, not my neck. And I'm not going to go beyond my jawline, so I'm going to go around here, and then I'm going to go in this masculine jaw shape. So this area here, and all around here is going to be black, just so we can have like a very, blended into the background and just see like a white mask type face appearing. So yeah, so just colour in this shape around here. I'm going to take some Nye in Super White, just basically a setting powder. I'm going to apply that all over this Clown White just to set it in place and make it not shiny, and it just makes things a bit more even. So as I said, I've not gone any further than this line here, and I've left the area around here clear as well. So then I can start on the under eye bags. So I'm sure that's not the correct term for it, but oh well. So I'm going to take a Grimas Cream Red in 504. And the idea is that I'm going to start at the tear duct of my eye, and I'm going to go very, very low down, so very over-exaggerated. But I need to make it go a slight point down here and then back up again on both eyes. You'll see as I go along, but it's obviously really over-exaggerated. Then I'm going to take a Grimas Black Cream in 101, and I'm going to cover the entire of my eyelids, or lids rather, on both my eyes, and then I'm going to start smoking it out, but I'll talk you through that as I do it. So the idea now is, the reason I used a cream is because you can blend it with a clean brush. So I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush, and the idea is that I can just sweep the colour outwards just to blend it out so there's no harsh edge. Like, not extremely blended, just blended out enough that you've got a high arch here and a lower area here, so it's more of an angry brow. whilst you're still blending it, just take that colour and just sweep it up in between the eyebrows, just where you've made the latex thicker, so it just emphasises the shadow, but it makes the angry brow that much more angry. So then I can just take that black cream and I can just run it straight down from the tear duct, straight down, just to emphasise the bag. So I'll just pull it right down, just like that. So then just blend that inwards as much as you can. I'm using a clean brush for this. Just blend it into the red that you've used under the eyes. It really doesn't have to be neat, because this kind of a look, from what I can see, is all shadow, so you can't go too far with the black. Then again with the black, I'm just going to start drawing on nasal labial folds. So I'm going to do a very tipped nose. So I'm going to start at the very tip of my nose, well, just before the tip of my nose, and follow my nostril round on both sides. It doesn't have to be neat at this stage because we can blend it afterwards. And then we're just going to follow down these folds here. So I'm not going to smile as I do it, because then it will just trace on my own natural nasal labial folds, and I want them to be a bit more exaggerated. So I'm just going to go straight down like that. So once you've got them sorted, you can take a clean brush, and the idea is that you blend these outwards. So same with any shading, you want the inner area to be fatter. So this, by blending this outwards with a clean brush, you'll just give the illusion that there's a shadow, so that there's that constant smile going on. Not that he's smiling, it's a very evil grin, but you know what I mean. Okay, so that's the kind of effect you have so far. It is very much, these kind of techniques are used in theatrical productions from a distance, because they look more effective the further away you go. But yeah, so now I've done that, before I do any more detailing, I'm just going to start on this hairline, because I'm dying to do it. So the idea is I'm going to take some Snazaroo black watercolour, and I'm going to coat my hairline. It's going to be this light M shape going around, and then, as I said, down here. So this is all going to be black, and my neck as well, and my ears, because we want this to be, as I said, a silhouette, like a mask popping out. But I'll time lapse it so you guys can see what I'm doing. So make sure to use hardly any water on the watercolour. Just lather it up and try and make it as thick as you can, because we don't want any skin to show through. Actually, whilst I'm painting this whole area here, I might as well paint my torso as well, because, I mean, for a costume you could wear like a black kind of like leotardy type thing, but for this I'm going to paint my body, well, half of my arms as well. Then I'm going to take a clean fluffy brush, and I'm then going to take my Grimas black cream again, and I'm going to start blending this hairline, or not hairline, this silhouette line. So I'll take the colour here and I pull it outwards, so there's not much of a harsh line, more of a shadow. So it's going to tape it inwards quite far as well. So remember, this hairline's going to be very M-shaped. When it comes to the cheekbones, I'm going to flick them upwards so the colour goes above the nasal labial folds, and I'm also going to go a little triangle where my beard is, just so I can give a bum chin, because that's what he seems to have, or this creature seems to have in the film. So yeah, so work really slowly, not too much colour at a time. Take a tiny bit of colour and then just start blending just like that, really, really slowly, bit by bit at a time, because it's easier to add than take away. So just keep working that colour in. Then I'm going to take the black cream again. I'm just going to start staining my lips. So it needs to be in a very sad expression. So I'm just going to literally rub it in the base of my lips. So just on the inside of my lips, really roughly, and then just drag the colour downwards like that. So I'm just going to take another brush after that and just blend that colour outwards. So I'm not painting my lips black. Well, I am, but you know what I mean, I'm doing it very messily, and I'm pulling the colour outwards, so it's not just on my lips, but beyond the lip line, just so it stains the mouth area. So there we go. So it's not neat by any stretch of the imagination. It's very, very smokied and just smudged out. This next step might be a bit unorthodox, but this is, I think it might add the effect that I need. I'm going to take some fake blood, not a huge amount, a tiny amount, and the idea is I'm going to add it underneath my eyes. The reason I'm doing this is because it's a very reddy pinky tone underneath the eyes, and it's very glossy from what I can see in the photos. So this will add that shine that I need, and it will also help blend the colours in. I'm then going to take my Barry M lip liner in, what colour is that, 3? It's basically red. And because it's a coal, I know it blends really well, so I'm going to use that in the waterline of both my eyes, just so I get rid of this peach tone between my eyes and this horrible blood red colour. So yes, I'm just going to line both my waterlines and we'll go from there. Then I'm going to take some black Kryolan tooth enamel, and as always, I'm not going to show me applying it on camera because I hate my teeth and I don't really get up close. So I'm just going to apply that really loosely around the base of each tooth, just so I can dirty up the teeth. So make sure your teeth are super clean, and this kind of thing will stick really nicely. You won't need more than one coat because we don't want to black out any teeth. We just want to make it look really grimy and gross. So there we are. So it's like that. Very yucky and grimy. Yeah, just a black crease in between each tooth. That's the idea. And I've slicked my hair back. Rather than applying a bald cap, I thought this might be a bit easier for people just to slick your hair back, because you never see this demon's hair if it has hair, so yeah, might as well slick it back. So I slicked it back, and I've sprayed a bit more black hairspray just to tie my own hair in. Yeah. So all that's left now is to apply the creepy, eerie lighting that they seem to have in the film, where there's a light shining right on the creature and there's nothing in the backdrop. So there we go. That's better lighting. But yeah, so I was going to finish the look off by applying some contact lenses, but the eyes the creature has in the film seems to be, from the shots that I can see, very human, so I thought I'd keep to that, and for a change have no lenses in. Yeah, so very human eyes. Makes it quite creepy, actually. But yeah, so that's my subliminal creature from The Exorcist makeup, if that makes sense. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like it, you know the usual, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe and all that jazz. And yeah, so until next time, bye.